Welcome to another episode of BB Titans Lowdown. My name is Dara. I'm here with your favorite host. I've got Velvet. We're going to skip before he says the thing that he always says. And we have... No, Velvet. Control yourself, please.
I know, right? I'm so glad somebody is on me with this one.
We have a wonderful person joining us today.
Gigi the villain.
Hi, baby.
Oh, sorry, guys. Je m'appelle Gigi.
Je m'appelle Gigi.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Yeah, well. She's here with us to cause chaos because a lot has happened between the last time you saw us and now that we're here.
Speaking of chaos, that would be the perfect word to describe the very first week of BB Titan. You would think we've been in this show for about 3 months. But ladies and gentlemen, it's been just 1 week and so much has happened. Starting from the very first Head of House games where we saw Melee, the calm and collected guy, flying his airplane the farthest distance and emerging Head of House.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that coming?
It was a funny HOH. If I were in that competition, my plane would not have gone past that.
I don't even think, first of all, I don't even think those things they made, I feel like I would have had a hard time making that. Because it's like, okay.
Why I was confused is why you needed directions.
Why
do you need directions to make paper planes? What did you play with as a kid?
I mean, we just folded
dominoes, Legos, like actual things.
What?
What do you mean by paper planes?
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so much happened right after that. I believe the next thing, we saw a lot of intrigues, especially because of the relationships. The main characters of the previous week, Yemi and Kosi.
He said main character.
I mean, because it seemed like everything was about them.
It
basically.
was. I mean, they were like dancing in like power couple for like a bit, because like the hot, tall, dark skinned guy with like the nice body South African.
South African chick whose body is bodying, and then you're a bad guy. Who's
so it's like they're giving what people want to see, which is like cute people loving each other, making like a potential ship, and it was working until it wasn't.
Until someone decided to be a hoe and was moving from.
No. We need to be clear. Until Yemi decided to be a whore.
I don't understand.
And
Yemi is the whore, but then Kosi is the one who denied a relationship several times. We know has like a budding 3-year affair outside. If you ask me, the king Yemi was just protecting his own heart.
First of all, that doesn't even make. Let's talk about it from this perspective. Okay, so there is a thing where she has a thing outside, right? But I don't think that is the case, because now we're talking about inside the house. That's number one. Number two is we just had a conversation about how we're gonna work this thing out and take it slowly. That doesn't mean go and frolic with the rest of the Titanic.
But Yemi did say he wasn't here for something serious. I mean,
okay, so what explain his behavior after everything? What was that about? It's like,
why was he upset?
It's like, I only know what I have when I lose it. It's like, what is he on about? Like, pick a side and stick to it.
Long and short is you're in the house for a couple of days. I feel like taking these relationships way too seriously.
A couple of days.
I mean,
a couple of days. The man just said a couple of days. 90 days is not a couple of days.
Well, I'm glad that relationship is over.
I'm glad too.
Is moving on to better things.
She said it was like probably the worst decision of her adult life. I loved
Usually
it.
when you rush into things, that's what happens.
But you know what? I'm glad that she's one of those girls who literally, she's like, oh, I don't give second chances and all that kind of stuff. I'm also happy that she didn't like accept him coming back to her, and she's like, you know what, I'm setting a standard now, and I realized I don't even like you.
And she seems like a lot of Nigerian girls seems to be rallying around Kosi, right?
Maybe
she's a sweet girl.
Girls. I think everyone in general, because she seems to be a very
level-headed
person, smart person, and that's someone you really want to have in your corner in the house. Now, after the situationship that has now been, cleared, because it seems that Yemi is going for Blue Ava and Blue Ava only.
Speaking of Blue Ava,
we are, a lot of other things happened. The new house.
We have new housemates.
Woohoo! I know, right?
Blue Ava is away, baby. Yvonne, I'm sorry, but I have to Yemi on this one.
Moses is a
Allow me to Yemi. No, I'm a Yemi. That's a new word for. But come on, can you blame him though? Can you blame him though? Blue Ivy is, goddamn.
She is, and she's a great dancer too. I noticed she's actually a pro dancer.
Yeah, she's a pro dancer. Even her like intro when I was like, girl, okay.
There's a lesson to be learned here. There's a lesson to be learned here. What? Don't pick a partner in the first week.
You know what? Valid point.
Yeah,
valid
I snapped that. Honestly,
it never seems to work out. When Beauty and Groovy tried it, show started initial grab. What happened? You see that kind of thing?
It was a disaster. Anyways, besides Blue Ava, the other new housemates,
Sandra,
Sandra and Miracle.
Ooh,
OP.
mirror.
I like Miracle. He seems like a very cool, calm guy.
he is pretty
He is a
level-headed.
cool, calm guy. I think he's he's very level-headed.
And he's a sharpshooter because I saw the way he cited Kosi and was like, you know
what?
That's the
Yeah.
woman. That's the woman I want.
A very smart Igbo man. You know, we Igbo people, we don't be taking things for granted.
Let's talk about Sandra's bum bum.
Bruh.
Whoa.
It was all over the place.
Okay.
No, but Kosi's ass is kind of like you don't expect it, and then she turns.
She turned and it's like,
sideways,
whoa.
Why I even mention Sandra is because I feel like her coming into the house and shaking up the place, twerking around and really dancing. In fact, for a time on Twitter, that's what was trending. Like Sandra is
Sandra
really
twerking.
giving us content. And I think maybe it's Big Brother responding to people's cries for more
more
eye candy in the house. So
yeah.
I gotta admit, the addition of this new housemate seems to be a positive twist. But now when you look at the jealousy that seems to be
That's what we
this
live
gossip
for,
gang that
Moses.
Yvonne, Jenny O, and a couple of girls have. What is all this stuff?
Olivia
I
is
love
part
it.
of them.
Do you
too.
know
It's
Olivia,
like, What
right?
is that about?
Do you know I love it? Because that's where all the drama will come from.
Yeah.
Because people will talk and then they'll put seeds of, discord in each other's head.
Which is what happens.
I love it because
all the time.
now someone will do something and the other person will be looking at it like,
Wasn't
this
it you that
person-
said?
This person is trying to, to disrespect me. And that's how it
And Sandra
starts.
just got to the house and there's so many fights already. I mean, I
Yeah.
think she fought with, am I right? Is it Olivia she fought
Olivia,
with?
yeah. To be fair, I feel like that was an instigation. I don't think that fight was necessary. I don't think
No fight.
Because it started out like
no
someone
fights
just,
are
you know,
necessary.
Is ever
To
necessary.
be fair, because I mean, there were many
fight
ways
is.
that it could have gone, and everybody could have just gone their separate ways. You go to the bathroom, you sit there and sulk for whatever the fuck reason you're sulking for. But my thing is, she was trying to instigate. I can almost swear that she wanted to be hit.
Of course she wanted to.
I mean,
do you know
it's
why?
like a game plan, a strategy to get the other person out of the
Exactly, to get
house.
the person disqualified. She even said it when they were fighting that Biggie is going to give you Keniko.
And speaking of Olivia, what's wrong with her? I mean, at first, Tabang was a small boy, and now you want that small boy
I
for
can't
yourself.
believe- To be fair, I feel like looking at Tabang. Tabang is like the kind of guy who you'd be like, oh, you're so cute, but like you're like young, and then
But that's how
and then
it
you look
is.
at him
That's
again
how
and
it
you're like,
starts.
Look
That's
at
how
his
it starts.
voice,
Have you-
his
have
chill
you
vibe. I think
seen-
he's kind of guy that
have you
girls
seen his
actually
eyes?
so
like.
sweet, like
When
he's
he
so
looks at you,
sweet.
he's like,
Dara is
I'm
just
like-
in love. Don't take what she says
He's- I'm
seriously.
like,
No, but he's
Never
actually
looked
a
in my
pretty
face.
boy. He's
And
a pretty boy.
If you're wondering what we're talking about with Olivia and Thabang, it was a Saturday party.
Yeah.
You know, I love parties. Even though the DJ.
That DJ.
His Amampiano was not Amampianing, according to the streets of Twitter.
When that party was going on, I was just, that Missy Elliott, DJ,
Please.
pick up your phone. I
I'm on a
wonder
request
how he
line.
felt when he picked
Yeah.
up his phone and saw all the comments.
Yeah, it's
know?
like that was a no for me. Immediately no. I've seen what I needed to
I wouldn't
see
say
and
people,
immediately no.
Nigerians were not having it. Even South Africans were denying him. They were like, nah,
We
this is
don't
not the
know
kind
who
of
this
music we
man
play in
is.
our party. But even though the music wasn't so great, the housemates seemed to have a lot of fun.
Oh,
with
Melly
the
definitely
music.
had a lot of
The
fun.
Melly definitely had
Melly
a
Who
lot
was
of
he making out with?
fun.
Who was he making out with at that
It
point?
was Sandra, babe.
Sandra just
Which
got to
is-
this house, though. And yet,
Listen.
we have so many highlights about this girl.
Which
That's
is
the way
crazy.
you move.
Yeah.
Which is crazy
right.
because wait, isn't he sharing a room with Ipileng?
Well, the reason why he picked Ipileng wasn't because he was like attracted to her and everything.
Right.
He just wanted someone that he could stay with comfortably, like in the HOH house.
Right.
Even Ipileng felt the same way about Emily. She wasn't attracted to him, but
Right.
just comfort. That was.
I
What was
have
that?
a-
The house of the
So
friend
they,
zone?
I mean, they don't have to do anything or feel the need to do anything or feel
Exactly.
the
Just
pressure to do anything.
That house
I
was not
just-
made for friend
I
zone. That
totally
room was
get
not
that.
made for friend zone. Never again, never again,
if
never
you're,
again.
If you're
If you're me-
perverted and twisted, just say that. If
Don't mind
you're
him.
not,
He's not serious.
I mean, look at the glasses first
But
of
if
all.
Yemi
But yeah.
gets the HOH room, which he is planning on, then we know that he's gonna pick Blue Eva and maybe one or two things more.
Also, I feel like wasn't Sandra moving to Yemi at some point?
well,
So what is happening?
I wouldn't say moving because they sort of had a relationship outside
Yeah, like
Outside
the
the
whole,
house.
oh, I see. Because she was like, oh, I mean, who's the person you're with in this house? Da, da, da. I'm not that kind of person. If you like, I'm like,
Yeah.
girl, relax.
And there was a
Like-
thing whereby she was saying like Kosi was giving her like the stank eye or something.
Yeah, she
which
was
was kind of
lying.
weird
She
because I
was
watched the
li-
playback of
she
those clips
was
and
lying.
and she actually welcomed her. So what was that about?
Sandra is
Sandra-
an instigator and a drama queen,
She-
not an alpha female, which she thinks she is. I feel like Kosi is what she thinks she is. Period.
Definitely,
Thank
Kosi
you.
is definitely
Thank
the woman
you
she
for
thinks
saying
she
that
is.
word.
Yeah.
When she was like, I'm I'm an alpha female. I was like,
and you know
baby
what?
girl.
First of all, no
You know
alpha
what?
anything
I'm sorry,
calls
you know what?
themselves an
You
alpha.
guys,
Thank you.
I mean, that's the
Ebuka-
first way to know you're not an
Ebuka
alpha.
did it for us when he said self-proclaimed alpha female. Ebuka,
I mean,
you are
I
amazing.
mean,
It was shade, and I love it.
I love
Definitely.
it.
I love it so much. But I mean, like, definitely an instigator because I'm very sure Kosi said hi to her.
No, what do you
I
mean?
watched the clip. She was the one. She literally
She gave
greeted
her a hug.
Definitely.
What else do you want?
I
So it's safe to
love-
say
Lick your
she's
feet.
probably threatened by Kosi.
She definitely is.
And
What
I
about-
love how
okay.
Kosi handled it. She was very calm with it. Like, just, I actually said hi to you. And, like, instead of dragging it out, they
Definitely.
ended it.
There
There
and
and
then.
then.
Which
There
is
and
how,
then.
like, you know, she's
It's
such a
supposed to be.
queen. Give her
What about
her
Juicy J
crown.
and Yvonne? I mean, what's happening? She was giving him attitude at first at the party. Then he now had to go to Jenny O to get some good loving, and then they were almost kissing. If you saw that before,
think I saw that
A
one.
man's gonna do what a man's gonna do.
I mean-
there's many man whores in the house this time
Yeah,
around.
but I
And
wouldn't
kinda
call
like
them
it.
whores per se.
I
You
would
gotta
call
play
them
the
whores.
game. You have to
Yeah.
play
No,
the
but
game.
see, listen. If this was a woman, these are the words that would be used. So I'm not gonna be.
Actually.
I'm not gonna be.
One
You know,
agenda.
playing around the words.
Agenda.
No. I'm not
Agenda.
gonna do that.
Gigi
It's a man
with the
whore, baby.
agenda. Gigi
It's a
with
man
the
whore.
agenda.
That's what it is.
Anyway, I feel like it's actually supposed to be a short period of time you're in this house. So please get a feel of everything you want to get a feel
Wow,
of, right?
Moses.
Have
Okay,
fun,
we
you
see
know,
exactly
yeah.
what you're saying right here.
So everyone thought, like, eviction, people are going to go home. Even
Yeah.
though we knew that nobody was going anywhere. So after eviction, everybody was calm. And then Biggie said, ha, joke's on you. I've got work for
Gotcha.
you to do tonight.
This
Gotcha.
twist.
How is it that? And I find it so funny. Every time Biggie gives the housemates instructions, they just happen to forget all
Everything.
the instructions. And
Yeah.
Biggie said the pole should not touch the table, the pole should not touch the floor. Within 5 minutes of doing the task, everybody's pole was on the
You know
floor.
what is happening? You know the thing is that sometimes when you're given an instruction, like for exam, for instance, you forget because there's so much pressure as to getting the job done. You forget the most important thing, which is actually following the instructions.
But it's wrapping a pole. Like, I want to believe every woman in there has experience with wrapping poles.
I mean,
But
listen.
what was your highlight from the games, though, real quick?
I don't know because everybody was, but I'm so happy that Kosi won because again, it ties into that whole she's very calm, level-headed.
Yeah.
She assesses things that she has to do and like carries it out very well.
Yeah.
Other people were just they were fumbling around.
To be fair,
just
my
doing-
mom was
doing
my mom was
anything.
there when this particular pole wrapping game was taking place, and she was so annoyed. She was like, "This is how you know girls who know nothing." I'm like, "Mom, you just relax. First of all, calm down,
mama.
calm down,
Yo,
calm down."
mama.
Because she was like, "What are you wrapping there?" And she was talking to I think what's her face now? Oh, Jenny O. She's like, "What are you doing? Do you know something? Do you know what you're doing there?" I'm like, "Mommy."
But like we probably, I mean, into house sports in school, you guys probably had to wrap.
How did you
How
how
did
did
you
that
know
take
to
you?
wrap-
First of all, how did it take you so long, and how did you do it so tackily? I just have many questions.
But I want to quickly segue here. Speaking of Jenny O, do you think this whole cooking strategy is going to work out for her the way it worked for White Money?
No.
Wow. Unanimous
Girl,
no.
no.
Jinx
Why
on that.
though?
Do you know why? Because this is a joint house. The only reason why it works for White Money is because Nigerians are so food focused. I
True
love
that,
that for us.
true
yeah?
that, true
But
that.
in this, didn't you even see when Nelissa was talking to Black Boy about it? She was like, I had no idea that cooking could even be a strategy because it's only a thing for Nigerians because we
Yeah,
like
like
food.
who cares?
I'm glad Ibuka asked her actually. He
I
pointed
love
it out
also,
there. So
like-
Ibuka kind of like put it out to the other housemate that this might be a strategy. So
But
y'all
now
should
that
watch
he
out.
has done it, people will start thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he did that.
I mean, to be fair, the kind of person Jenny O is, I wouldn't put it past her to have that as a strategy and then lie about it or pretend like, oh, it's not a strategy.
She looks like
Definitely.
she's
You know?
a very good pretender.
Yeah, I think so too.
so guys, when are we going to
I
talk about the
think so,
latest
too.
update in BB Titans?
Okay, let's get it.
And I
Bruh.
think it's weird because now your misbehavior can affect me. And
Another
if you're
person.
toxic, I will pay for your toxicity.
No, but
Yes.
like, let's talk about the fact that the pairs, though.
The
Like the
pairs.
pairs, the
I've got the
pairs.
list.
Please do the honors.
Off the top of my head, I could give you like 3 pairs. I know that. Okay, so I know that Yaya and Marvin are together, and they're super
Yes.
excited
What
about
do you
that.
think, real quick, on each pair? What's your thoughts? Real quick.
First of all, I love my favorite pair right now is Kosi and Miracle. I
They
loved.
are a
I
power,
loved.
a power pair.
I loved it. I'm also
I
happy
see
for
good things
Nelissa because I
happening.
know that she definitely wanted to be paired with Yemi,
Yemi.
and so I'm
Yes.
happy for her. The Luque and JP pair. I'm not really too sure about that because I mean
I haven't really seen Luke a lot when it comes to task, but I know
Yeah.
that he won't get JP into trouble. So that's a good thing.
70-year-old
thing.
man. I'm sorry, I just have to say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like pulling up all the PTA
Let me
meeting
just read out the
responsibilities.
pairs real quick in
Okay,
case
let's
you
do
know
that.
anyone doesn't know yet. So Thabang is paired with Nana. I'm a bit upset about that.
I'm
'cause
upset too because Nana, why? Why
Nana
would you do that to
doesn't
my
get
girl
away.
tonight?
Yeah, and I think they're both kind of reserved, so like that's gonna be.
Yeah,
No, but I don't want Nana's reserve with with Tabang's reserve.
And I don't want her getting kicked out to kick Tabang out as well. That is very dangerous. That is very dangerous.
Anyway, next pair we have Nelissa and Yemi. We already spoke about that. Next pair is
What's funny?
Juicy J and Olivia.
Oh my god, I'm crying for both of them. Especially for Juicy though.
I feel very bad for Juicy J as well. I mean, I don't want to get paired with Olivia, to be honest. If I were them.
Especially after the fights from last night.
You know?
Yeah, it was like, these are the issues.
But he's a pretty sweet guy and he's really sensitive. So let's hope that would offset some of Olivia's extravagant tendencies.
Yeah.
Or extra tendencies, basically.
Maybe.
Rockets.
Next pair with Drake P and Luke K. We talked about that already. Next we have Kanaga Jr. and Blue Ava.
He was so upset about that. Well, not upset. No, not upset. Because I mean,
would you be upset?
He picked Sassy first, which is like his girl, right? And then he was like, and then I love how honest he is. Big word. I was like, well, you don't seem too enthused. And then he's like, it is what it is. Because he definitely picked somebody who he definitely would have wanted to
work
so
with.
Even if he was leaving the house with this person, he wouldn't have minded.
Cap,
you know?
What an insult. If they pay you Blue Ivor, you enjoy it. Okay? Because that's a privilege.
No, but I think he would go with Sassy anytime, any day. That's the kind of guy. Kanaga's the kind of guy who he sets his eyes on someone. Exactly.
Okay,
so I'll give that to him.
Next pairing, Yaya and Marvin. We've talked about them. Next pairing, Yvonne and Justin. And
I'm happy about that.
I think it's a very negative pairing.
I'm happy about it for Yvonne, and that's because I don't like her very much. Or I think she deserves it.
Good. That's why I say it's a negative pairing. Because Justin said himself, wanted to observe for 1 week. Well, how do you observe for a whole ass week in BB Niger house, BB Titan's house? Because a whole week is like 2 months in the house. Because a week is enough to make or break your entire stay in the house. Now, Justin, who is... imagine him going with like Yvonne, who's supposed to stay long in the house. But now, if anything happens to him...
No. Do you know the thing?
That's actually true.
Another thing is, Yvonne would never have come in contact with a person like Justin if they didn't put this pairing together. They probably would never have spoken or had like so much of a conversation.
They've had interactions already. Maybe not conversations.
Justin
they would never have been a team.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's good.
I want him to come out of his shell because right now he's in a very precarious position the way he is now.
He is, and Yvonne is. I think it's a good pairing.
But funny thing,
I like
think
it.
It's a good thing. Do you know why? Because he's so unnoticeable that nobody nominated him.
Yeah, it's like, you know, he said he was talking to Yaya about it. And he's like, people look at me like they think I'm wasting space in the house. It's
but
like,
the moment he gets put on, though, even though he keeps escaping that way, the moment you get put on.
But we can't exactly say because we don't know how the South Africans and the Nigerians
how
really
they think,
feel about Justin. You know, it's a voting power competition.
It is a voting power competition.
So we don't know. But
anyways, all right, let's keep watching.
Next pair is Millie and Jenny O.
I mean, it's
Jenny O
two
seems
cool guys.
Yeah.
I think she'll be a good match for
and
Millie.
Melly is good
vibes. Melly is good vibes.
He's like,
through and through.
You know, he said yesterday, he was like, fighting is such an unattractive trait in a lady. I'm like, honey, tell them about it.
Tell them,
honey.
Speak on it. Next pair we have is Satsi and a Boo Boo.
I don't know how I feel about that. It's a cute pairing, honestly. But it's like, okay, what are you guys gonna do? Really?
I think there's a lot to desire from both of them. So let's see how it works out, you know?
Yeah.
Next up we have Black Boy and Ipeleng.
I don't understand that pairing.
I don't like
honestly.
Black
I don't know
Boy.
how to feel about it. Honestly,
like
I don't
Black Boy.
have any emotions
I don't
towards.
like Black Boy.
Why not?
I don't know. Really?
Ipeleng doesn't seem very competitive when it comes
she seems
to like
very
tasks.
low and
That's why it's good that she has Black Boy there, who is way more
help
assertive
her.
and
Yeah.
probably gonna bring her to the front burner a little bit. But I think she's sweet on her own in her own
she's
right.
definitely-
So I
Yeah,
hope
she's a sweet girl.
repetitions don't clash, and one person has to go home because of the other person.
Hopefully. Next up we have Sandra and Theo Tro.
Yeah, that's the thing. This was the reason for the fight.
Yeah.
This was let's be honest with ourselves.
Let's not lie. Let's not
She
steal.
was thinking about the fact. She's like, fuck, this is not what I wanted. They put me with this. She didn't want that man to be on her team. Like,
why?
Did you see that tap thing?
Theo
And she's like,
seems
give me
like
a
good
minute.
person.
I mean,
Listen, she already had her sights set on 2 people. So for her, if it wasn't Yemi, which is dumb because you're Nigerian, how do you think you're going to be paired with another Nigerian sister? Be real. The second person I think she wanted to be paired with was Millie. Right, and when that didn't happen, it burst all her bubbles, and then she started sulking and trying to put her bad energy on everybody else.
Man, that's
she has given me bad vibes.
I feel bad for Theo, Sha, because if Sandra keeps agending, it's gonna rub off on him.
It's gonna rub off on
Yeah, so I hope
True.
she doesn't skew his own journey in the game.
Yeah, and now they're linked,
Man.
so
Anyway,
it's gonna be a hard enough
pairing,
life.
Kosi and Miracle. Which
I love
is a
that.
power pair.
I love it.
it.
I think
so
wherever
much.
Kosi goes, she would have easily made a power pair with any of the housemates.
Anybody.
Except
True.
Justin, though. That would have been weird.
Wow, just like throw Justin under the
I feel like
bus.
she would have lifted Justin up. Not that Justin is down, but like in terms of
No, he's reserved. We won't call him down. Just, a bit too reserved.
You know what? I think that Kosi and Miracle are 2 big personalities. I feel like
They
them
are.
together. Like it's not like a Yemi who's like a subtle trying to be.
I just
Miracle is a
remembered
big
that
personality.
Miracle was actually chasing after Kosi, but was respecting because he thought they were
Yeah,
really, and
yeah.
now they're
So
pets
all
together.
the lines are falling in perfect places.
You know what the thing is that he
places.
was very honest about it, because he was like, Big Brother, listen, I can't complain, like this is a good pairing to me, like, because even he was like the last person and they didn't get to pick, they just ended up together, and I saw how excited he was. He was like, you know what,
But let's not
I
forget
ain't
one of
complaining.
the things Yemi was doing that was kind of like slandering Kosi's name is that she's a control freak.
Bro.
I don't know if I'm too pleased.
Bro.
I'm not really
Yemi,
pleased about that.
Yemi,
you know,
Yemi, come
yeah,
on.
that is
Explain.
not
Come
the
on, you
most
guys
ideal.
agreed that you would slow down the relationship together. Why are you bad mouthing her everywhere?
Yeah, I'm not sure that's an
You're a bad
ideal card
demon
to
moving
play.
forward. I mean,
Exactly.
he's being a Yemi, quite honest. I mean, no shade to any other Yemis who are
that's
out
how
there.
Ekiti men are anyway. So
Wow,
let's not-
and she's home Ekitio.
Yes,
I mean,
that's
so she
how
has the
I
right to say
it,
that.
An
because
honest queen.
They are actually very. In fact, let me not speak too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, so far I think it's been super explosive and wow, the
One
twists
thing-
and the turns.
I saw this morning where Juicy J and Yvonne were having breakfast of porridge and like touching each other's. I'm like, Yvonne,
He's so cute.
I thought you said he was your brother.
Brothers can touch too.
No, not the way that she was touching her face.
I know brothers cannot.
Not the way that he was doing it.
I just
girl.
wanted to
It was-
decide. Don't play with that boy, that guy. I like
he
him a
seems
lot.
like a
So
good
yeah, don't play with
boy.
him.
Yeah.
Yvonne. Please be. I don't love you anymore. So please be nice to him.
But-
Blue Ivy, baby.
But she's an Igbo
Call
girl,
me.
though. Igbo girls are very.
Wait, who's that?
Akwa
Yvonne?
Ibom. No, she's not an Igbo
Ibom.
girl. She's Akwa Ibom. She's not
She's
an
Akwa
Igbo
Ibom.
girl.
We're lending us to the Igbo people. All
Uh,
of them
No,
died.
Igbo girl, are you sure you
let's-
want that? Are you
No,
sure you
let's
want
keep
that?
her. Let's keep her where she is. I think she's fine where she is.
Oh, I want to point out that Dara the Oracle is back in business.
Okay, let's hear.
After my predictions of last year, where I happen to always be right, remember the last episode I predicted that Olivia will be
The first to
in
fight.
the first fight.
There you have it.
Now, so we see.
She's quick to be provoked. She's easily, you know what
That's
Taban
what
called
we
it. He said these people are rockets. That's what they are, because they're
Nigerian
easy
girls
to
are
provoke.
rockets, yes.
Many, like if that had happened with Kosi would have easily walked
would
away
have
from
easily
that
diffused
very
it.
And Olivia isn't playing the
maturely,
best game right now,
very
being very
sweetly.
not wanting to
Aggressive.
associate, and that is not the best
Did
card
you
to
even
play
see
right
when
now.
Justin was trying to calm her down, and
Yeah.
she was like, "I will change it for you."
Yeah,
and
and
I'm
it's
like,
like,
Olivia,
relax.
hey, this is not the person that offended you. Chill,
Relax,
like,
honey.
The thing is, what I feel like they need is a real eviction. Let it dawn on them
A
Yeah.
that
strike, but I'm
a
upset
strike or
because
an
if
eviction.
Olivia gets a
a
strike,
strike,
then
the
Then-
other person gets a
the
strike.
You know,
other
the thing
person
is
gets a
now
strike.
it changes the whole dynamics of the
You
show
know,
because
you can't just hate on someone because you have to be sure that who you hate is not with who you like.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna complicate matters
it
when
really
it comes to voting.
complicates. Yeah, it's really crazy.
But
I
it's all
really-
good. I mean,
Definitely.
Biggie already
Figure it
gave them a
out.
task this morning, or was it last night? They have to make the pairs have to make
Yeah,
like,
their
white
ship
cheese,
names.
creative something. So let's see how creative they can be with their partners.
All I gotta say is fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna be a wild ride this season.
Oh my
Hopefully,
God.
this task wouldn't be something that would be nuts for the books.
Maybe. What if Biggie decides to keep the pairing but shuffle the pairing every week
Ooh, that'll be.
and then pairs Olivia and Sandra together?
Ooh,
I don't think they're gonna pair two females though, but let's see how that
could.
goes.
They could. I mean, just for the fun of it, because it'll be
Exactly,
So...
because I mean, if I was
Oh wait, no.
Biggie,
But they
for the-
couldn't. They
for the
couldn't pair
chaos
Olivia
of
and
it.
Sandra because they're both Nigerians.
But even though we don't want to do this right now, we
Yeah.
gotta actually leave predictions for next week's eviction.
Well, true that.
I mean,
Let's
we're having head of
actually
house
do
games
that.
later today, this evening, I believe, and of course, I think by Sunday we'll have like the first real eviction. Who do you guys think is gonna
Yes.
leave first, considering the pairings and the AA characters?
Because leaving depends on nomination. though.
Yeah,
True that. I know what you. I feel like a lot of people are looking at Sandra a weird way now, and Theo isn't strong enough to elicit. Let's not do it because of
Yeah,
him.
you won't want to protect Theo,
won't.
really.
Like nobody
I
really
mean-
cares for Theo that much. And
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. And Sandra is moving really mad with a lot of people, so she's provoking people, poking
Who's
all
Olivia,
the
who's Olivia
bears.
paired with again?
let me
Juicy
see.
J.
Olivia and
Is it
Juicy.
Juicy
No,
J?
please,
Olivia
no,
and
she
Juicy
shouldn't
J.
be.
No, don't let Juicy J go.
It's Olivia and Juicy J.
Because I wanted to mention Olivia as first to go, but then I don't want Juicy J to
Juicy,
go
yeah,
anywhere.
Juicy's really
Biggie,
cute.
what have you done?
Juicy's my baby. Don't let him go.
Okay, so I think Sandra and Theo Raw, very polarized feelings about that because I don't like Sandra and I don't care that much about Theo Raw. So there you go.
Yeah, I like Sandra.
But who do you think is gonna go?
Oh, sorry, Olivia. Even though I really want Juicy J to stay, but Olivia should probably just go right now to save us all the stress, to be honest.
Wow.
Honestly, I have to. You guys like Sandra, Olivia, Theotro, like the four of them.
You know,
I'm
Juicy J
thinking-
is so unfortunate to be caught up in the
I
mix
know,
of all
right?
this.
No, I hate it for him. I absolutely hate it for him.
I
my
really
God.
hate it for Juicy J because I really want him to go the distance with Yvonne, as more importantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hope that Biggie does that shuffling. Like keep the pair, but shuffle them.
Yeah, I think, you know what, I thought it yesterday too. I'm like, I know even if he said, oh, this is who you're going to be till the end of the house, it could change. Rules can change all the time.
Much I'm talking about this, and I strongly feel like a lot's gonna happen this coming week. All I can say is, brace yourselves.
I know. It's about to get hot.
Oh, and welcome to BB Titans Lowdown, Gigi.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. So,
stick around with us, the gang here. We're going to be giving you all the juicy gist about BB Titans. Watch out for our videos and keep it here. Okay, baby. Okay.
Bisous.